And then there's other people, that door slams, and as soon as it slams, they're like, listen, I wasn't there, all right? It was Robert, it was Terry, Robert and Terry, it was their plan anyway. If anything, I'm an innocent bystander. I was just in the car. Y'all know when y'all arrested us, I was in the back seat. That's for a reason. I wasn't even the getaway driver. I thought we were going to McDonald's. Like, just, there are some people who snitch so fast. Even the police can't write it down fast enough.
Asterisk Donald Trump can swat away jokes, monologues, even entire TV hosts. But when Josh Johnson turned the fastest criminal U-turn into a mirror of Trump and Melania's past, it hit. Just like those crooks who swear silence, then spill everything before the ink's dry. Trump didn't just crack, he volunteered. Asterisk if you think Trump's U-turn is over, stick around. The next bend in this story...
Probably not. Probably just being bribed to not say the president's name. Look, I'm no legal expert, but I do find it wild that in this supposed cabal, this supposed billionaire ring of predators, that the only one you caught is the one you ready to make a deal with. And a deal for what? You know what I mean? Exposing more names, bringing other people down. I could be wrong. I don't think I am. And look, I could be wrong. I don't think I am. Because you've already seen Trump float the idea of pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell.
Trump float the idea of pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell. Asterisk think about that. In this billionaire predator club, the only member doing time is the one Trump has already floated a pardon for. Let that sink in. An entire ring of power, money, and scandal. And the lone conviction is already halfway to walking free. Asterisk it's like catching one kid cheating on the final exam, and the principal leaning into whisper, maybe we just pretend. This never happened. Asterisk Trump floated the pardon. He was even asked by the press if he'd pardon Ghislaine Maxwell. His answer, look, I could, but let's not talk about it right now. Asterisk what an insane thing to say. You got asked a yes or no question, and you somehow answered worse than yes or no. I've never been taking a test, gotten a true or false question, and put maybe. Asterisk Trump didn't just dodge the question, he wrapped it in fog. Asked if he'd pardon Maxwell, he offered the kind of slippery, I could. But let's not talk about it, that sounds harmless until you realize. It avoids the only answer that matters. Asterisk it's not hesitation, it's calibration, the political equivalent of writing maybe on a true or false test, only here. The wrong answer doesn't cost you a grade, it costs justice. Asterisk he floated that pardon in front of us. Maybe to gauge the reaction if there's not enough outrage, maybe it goes ahead. Asterisk and now the DOJ is having conversations with Ghislaine Maxwell. Just today, she's been moved from prison to a minimum security facility. He's already tested the waters, not to deny it, but to see if we'd make enough noise to stop him. Asterisk if we don't. The DOJ gets chatty with her while she trades a prison cell for the spa package of minimum security. That's not the justice system working. That's the justice system handing out loyalty rewards. Asterisk anyone genuinely shocked that Maxwell might get a pardon, or that she's already been moved to a cushy prison while talking to the DOJ has clearly never watched the first for 8. Asterisk in cases like this, the script starts with the confession. Loyalty expires the second the cell door clicks, turning chest thumping into whisper deals faster than a pen can keep up. Asterisk some people swear they'll take secrets to the grave. Others can't get them past the hallway the second the cuffs click. Loyalty flips to survival, and the monologue starts. Names, dates, even details no one asked for. Asterisk, and when the stakes jump from street time to federal years. Like with Ghislaine Maxwell, the soundtrack doesn't change. Tough talk fades. Bargaining begins. Suddenly, everyone remembers everything. Asterisk, then there are those who hold out at first, but after a couple years, enough mold grows on your sandwich and enough visits stop coming that you decide it's not worth it. Asterisk, that's what makes you wonder what's going through Maxwell's mind. Asterisk, some spill everything instantly. Others wait until time, boredom, and ecosystem level sandwich mold break them. 2 years in, no visitors, no dignity, and suddenly, silence feels less like loyalty and more like a bad investment. Asterisk, right now, it's a lot like being in school and realizing you didn't do your homework, but remembering the assignment only when the teacher says, pass it up. Asterisk, you're scribbling furiously, trying to make it look like you did it all along. You hand it in, hoping you slipped under the radar, but in real life, this isn't homework, and the teacher doesn't grade on effort. Asterisk, if Maxwell is scrambling now, it's not about passing. It's about cutting a deal before the bell rings. Asterisk, you walk up thinking you might have fooled her, only for the teacher to ask, did you just do this now? You double down, swear it's true. And then comes the twist. She's only worried it means you don't have your math homework. Asterisk, that's when it hits. You've been bluffing in plain sight the whole time. Asterisk, it feels insane to watch in real time. The one person caught, the only one held accountable, is the one Trump is already testing a pardon for. Asterisk, and everyone's so obsessed with a list that they forget there were real people who deserve justice. Asterisk, that's the part that scrambles your brain. Out of an entire billionaire predator ring, only one person takes the fall. Instead of locking in on her crimes, the world chases a phantom list, turning justice into a scavenger hunt while victims still wait. Asterisk, and just when you think it couldn't get more absurd, Trump steps in, not to close the Epstein chapter, but to toss in a curveball, floating something unthinkable, a pardon. Asterisk. And even in that moment, on top of everything else, Donald Trump floated pardoning Diddy. Asterisk, and it's like, that one doesn't even have anything to do with you. I don't think. Don't you have enough to deal with? That's crazy. Asterisk, as someone who is not in jail, I'm sweating over everyone who's about to get out of jail. Asterisk, with scandals already stacked higher than a Vegas buffet, Trump somehow decides to add one more dish, a pardon for Diddy. This isn't a strategic distraction. It's chaos as a lifestyle choice. The kind of move that leaves even people outside prison sweating over who's getting the next golden ticket out. Asterisk, why even bother pardoning him? He might already be walking out of jail that day. That's insane. Asterisk, you don't have enough going on. Everybody's thinking you were on the island 150 times or whatever, and now you want to add this? To be a Trump aide, you must need heart. Medication. Asterisk, they've probably already tried convincing him. Look, it's going to look bad if you just pardon Ghislaine out of nowhere after everything she knows. And after all the pictures you two are in together. Asterisk, Josh isn't exaggerating. The math here is wild. Diddy might be walking free anyway. And yet Trump still wants to stamp his name on the get out of jail card. All while rumors swirl about his own trips to the island and a photo album that could double as an FBI exhibit. If you're on Trump's staff, you don't need a press briefing, you need a prescription. Asterisk, and then Trump says, asterisk, I see what you're saying. I understand. All right, look, here's what we're going to do best. We're going to run a little interference. We're going to run a little distraction, okay? And we're also going to pardon Sean Diddy Combs at the same time. Asterisk Karen, the press secretary, must be fighting demons. Asterisk only Trump could treat crisis management like a magic trick. Wave one scandal in the air, slip another into the headlines, and hope the audience forgets where to look. Somewhere behind the podium, his press secretary isn't fielding questions anymore. She's performing an exorcism on her own patients. Asterisk and the one person working hardest to make sure Diddy doesn't get pardoned or released back into society. 50 Cent. Asterisk when he heard the news that Diddy had been arrested, he laughed. Not just a chuckle, pure joy. Then, grinning ear to ear, he said, asterisk spend Christmas in jail. Asterisk I've never hated anybody that much. Asterisk but if Trump was serious about handing Diddy a get out of jail free card, 50 Cent went to work. He did what he does best. He trolled. Asterisk post after post. He dug up every bad thing Diddy had ever said about Trump, tagging him directly. Asterisk greater than this, your friend. I wouldn't do that if I were you, Mr. President. You won't believe what he said about you. Asterisk if Diddy was hoping for a lifeline, 50 just tied it into a noose. Asterisk and just when you think this circus can't pack in any more acts, Stephen Colbert steps in with the one topic Trump's been dodging for years. Asterisk greater than I don't know what you all are talking about, but everybody I talk to is talking about what Donald Trump doesn't want to talk about. So let's talk about it. Asterisk before he was re-elected, and even more recently, high-ranking people in Trump's administration kept promising to release the files on Jeffrey Epstein, his clients, his suspicious death, the whole thing. But now, suddenly, for reasons I legally cannot think of, Trump seems desperate to stop us from knowing who Epstein's clients were. Asterisk Colbert didn't tiptoe in. He charged straight at the subject like a subpoena. For years, Trump's allies teased the big reveal, but instead of pulling back the curtain, Trump is working overtime to keep it shut. And when the press pushes him on it, he doesn't just deflect, he snaps, swears on camera, and proves that for all his bravado, this is the one topic that actually gets under his skin. Asterisk Trump. Asterisk I don't understand it. Why would they be so interested? He's been dead for a long time. He was never a big factor in terms of life. Asterisk that sentence, never a big factor in terms of word. Asterisk he went on. Asterisk I don't understand why Jeffrey Epstein would be of interest to anybody. It's pretty boring stuff. Asterisk yes, totally boring. Asterisk Trump tried to wave Epstein away like last season's flop. Irrelevant, over, nothing to see. And Colbert, never one to miss irony, played along just long enough to twist the knife. Asterisk when the most talked about scandal in the country gets dismissed as boring, that's when everyone's eyes should be wide open. Asterisk Colbert laid it out. Asterisk the most powerful man in the world is blocking information about a cabal of the rich, famous, and royal, befriending a con man who regularly flies to his private island to do super illegal sex stuff. The con man is arrested. People fear he'll name names, and before he can, he mysteriously dies right after being taken off suicide watch, all during the administration of the guy blocking the release of the files. Asterisk boring. Asterisk Trump starts to lose it. The deflection slips. The anger shows. Colbert pounces, turning the Epstein timeline into a true crime trailer, ending with the most sarcastic, boring ever delivered on late night TV. Asterisk sex, cults, and murder. Famously dull. That's why they called that movie Eyes Wide Shut, because everyone was asleep. Asterisk, if you think that roast would make Trump back down, think again. Asterisk, what came next had MAGA turning on itself. Asterisk, Trump posts. Asterisk, the radical left Democrats have hit pay dirt again. Their new scam is what we will forever call the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. And my past supporters have bought into this bull hook, line, and sinker. I don't want their support anymore. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Asterisk, Trump didn't just draw a line in the sand. He grabbed a megaphone and called everyone on his side of it suckers, then told them to get lost. Asterisk, imagine running a fan club and publicly announcing, half of you are idiots, and I don't want you here. That's not damage control. That's self-immolation with WI-V. Asterisk whenever Trump's cornered. He needs to change the subject and toss red meat to the base. And their favorite cut is filet of Obama. Asterisk, Trump. Asterisk, greater than these files were made up by Comey. They were made up by Obama. They were made up by Biden. You know, I'm sorry. Asterisk, catch that. Even in deflection, he trips over his own lie. Asterisk, it's the MAGA version of my dog ate my homework, except the dog is imaginary, and the homework might be classified. Asterisk, Colbert ran with it, imagining Trump writing a breakup letter to his own base. Asterisk, if you insist on asking me about Jeffrey Epstein, please turn in your MAGA hat, your golden shoes, your golden watch, your Trump golden guitar, and also immediately delete any NFTs you have of me as Laser Eyes Top Gun Moonman or Outer Space Lion Tamer. Thank you. Asterisk, Trump may want the Epstein story buried, but America's not ready to let it rot. A new poll shows just 3% of US adults are satisfied with the information released. That's the same rating Battlefield Earth has on Rotten Tomatoes, which, coincidentally, is the movie Epstein was watching right before he killed himself. Asterisk, I'm kidding. Obviously, he didn't kill himself. Asterisk, you can't build a brand on conspiracy theories and then get mad when people are interested in your conspiracy theories. Asterisk, that's why the Epstein files aren't just another headline. They're the loose thread in Trump's tailored image. And America is pulling hard. Asterisk, late night hosts smell blood. Polls show distrust. Even his own base is starting to whisper. And when a showman's stage starts shaking, his next move is never to stand still. It's to point at someone else and yell louder. Asterisk, right on cue. Trump slapped a new label on the scandal, the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. Asterisk, in 2002, he told New York Magazine, asterisk, I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. He's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. Asterisk, for years, Trump treated Epstein like a golf buddy with benefits, praising him in glossy magazines and winking about their shared taste in women. Asterisk, the problem, that taste wasn't just bad optics, it was radioactive. Asterisk, once the world found out exactly what those younger side women meant, Trump changed his tune. Asterisk, I wasn't a big fan of Jeffrey Epstein. I didn't want anything to do with him. I was not a fan of Jeffrey Epstein. Asterisk, and just like that asterisk,